Okay, here we go. Streaming a game, obviously, of Fumbbl against Hudson. It's the final game of the season. His Dwarfs against my Amazons. His Dwarfs are undefeated and doing impressively well. They've won actually all their games, so more than undefeated. They have doing very well. And I've failed to connect to server, have I? Wait a second. Wait a second. Let's get Twitch going. And let's just see if we can get going. Just tell Gary what we're doing. Okay, let's see if this is going to be going. So in theory, someone said put a bit of foam between the microphone. Let's see if that works. Might make the microphone a little bit quiet, possibly. Let's put a little bit of boost on there, maybe. Okay, and then we should be able to get something reasonable. No, let's go 300. And then when I talk, something should come out. 400. There we go. 400% boost. Right, okay, so what are we going to go with here? So we've got a Fumbbl game. Right, well, we've got 270k. So I didn't want any cards. Too serious for that. I definitely want a wizard. As always, first on the shopping list. Although Roxana is incredibly tempting. Roxana will be lots of fun, but then the dwarfs might kill her. So let's go with a wizard. And how am I for... don't even know how many rerolls I've got. So reroll is always nice. Oh, I tell you what, actually 2 babes is the way to go, isn't it? So a wizard and 2 babes seems sensible. And I've got the fame. That's a glorious victory already. And let's just check that the Twitch is going. Anything happening there? It doesn't seem to be streaming as yet. It says offline, but it might appear at some point. But if it doesn't, that's not the end of the world either. Let's check those settings. Stream should be there. So we should be okay to go. Need to wait for it to appear. There's normally like a 30-second delay or something like that. So, but once it's going, we'll certainly get it going. Now, do I want to receive, this is massive, do I want to get beaten up is part of the question. Do I want to receive, I think I probably do. I think I probably do want to receive, yeah. Don't really want to play, to be honest. There we go. No, I do. Right, so his blitz has got dodge and mighty blow. Marvellous. There's a strength 4 guy lurking around somewhere. I'm live. Oh, excellent. So it is working. Good news indeed. All right, let's get that. Still quite dark. Just checking if it's coming on. Okay, cool. So the stream is going. So I might just advertise that one. Cool, duly advertised. Let's see if anyone picks that up. Oh, we've got an advert going there. Fantastic. Right, how are we doing? Okay, so this is Amazon's against Dwarfs. And let's just mark up some of those people. So he's got guard. Let's see how much exactly guard he's got. So this is, for those new to Fumbbl, it's shift and right click to mark players, and you just put a little letter on depending on. Right, there's the strength 4 horrible person. He hasn't got tackle luckily, but he's got dodge, so he might be a bit of a weirdy one there. Difficult to take down. Yeah, load of tackle on his long bits, obviously. And then load of mighty blow. I don't tend to mark mighty blow because it doesn't actually affect the way that I play, whereas guard does. And then let's stick block on there. He's got dump off. I always forget dump off. Right, okay, that's not too bad actually. So what I want to try and do is get a little bit of damage if at all possible. I don't want frenzy because that's going to get me into a frenzy trap actually. So let's keep the frenzy. Yeah, it's going to be tricky with the frenzy there actually. I'll keep the frenzy back and see what happens, I think. So I've got my move 7 thrower there. What have we got? So we need to get some blitzers on the line really. So frenzy is an amazing skill and I absolutely love it, but it can cause problems when you get into the frenzy trap. So let's keep the kicker off. Frenzy trap being obviously when you block and then you have to do the second block. So on the off chance that I get rid of some dwarfs on the line, we'll keep 7 up there, 8, 9, and then 10, 11, just in case he rolls a blitz. Over there, fairly standard. I'm set up for smacking on the line. So I've got the kicker off and I've got another reserve as well. I've got 2 babes, which is what this shows down here, and I've got a wizard as well. I've chosen to receive rather than kick. I normally choose to kick because it gives you more control of the game, but I didn't really want his death roller smashing up my team. But it does mean that I need to score in lots of turns. I need to take about 7 turns to score really. Just got the chat room open then, so I should be able to see the chat and I should be able to see Fumbbl as well. Takes a little bit of fiddling sometimes it seems. Wait a second. There we go. So I don't need to see that, I do need to see that. And he's kicking, so I'm just waiting for him to kick, but you know, real life is getting in the way a little bit. Wireless playing up a little bit as well, but I'll upload these later and there aren't that many viewers anyway. So, do I want to use a wizard? No, I do not want to use a wizard as yet. I just want to punch him a bit. Right, that is good news for me. Right, and the time clock started. Obviously I should be paying attention. Right, let's start with the block. And I would normally block along the line, but with dwarfs I want to move them back a bit, I think. I want to follow up the block there. There we go. Right, okay, so I am actually talking, so I need to get rid of the mute. Okay, cool. Right, do I want to follow that up? No, I don't think I do want to follow that one up either. And that one, that's a pushback. Yeah, but I don't want to follow up there. Just want to knock this guy over really, but that's not happening as yet. And there he falls over. Good stuff. Right, do I want to follow that up? I think I'll probably, no. No, don't want to follow that up either. Right, so I need to think about my blitz. So I normally blitz with the Frenzy Mighty Blow guy, but the Frenzy is going to get in all sorts of trouble if I do that. So let's just stick a... No, let me choose... Oh, that guy's already blitzed, that's why. I know what I'm doing. Right, let's blitz the blitzer over there. Can be a bit tricky sometimes to tell who's moved and who haven't. No, I want to blitz with him, so protect the ball a bit in case it all goes wrong. I'll do the blitz before the pickup but a bit of protection never does any harm. So let's just pop in there. Oh, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. That's what we call a misclick. Darn it. Oh, dearie me. Pro skills there. Well, that was disappointing. I hardly ever misclick on Fumbbl, so I'm not quite sure why I did. I'm blaming the stream for that, probably. Ah well, not the end of the world, hopefully. It's not like I'm playing against Wood Elf, so the only problem is I've left this guy, yeah, he's going to die. If he dies there, this is entirely reasonable. No, he's just stunned, so that's good news. My daughter named all these players, so lots of them are named after people in her class. So Zusha. Mia is named after someone from Lego Friends. Was that a dodge? No, that was just a go for it. And that's a failed go for it, so he's used his reroll early on. Was he trying to surf me there? No, I don't think so. Did he hit me twice? I wasn't paying attention for a sec. Alright, so my Frenzy Mighty Blow Blitzer is on the floor and next to the sidelines, which is a bit of low and stunned as well. Awesome, that's what the cross means on Fumbbl. So, a little bit of a disappointing start there, if I'm honest. There's my silly fold. Yes, you're ready for that. Yeah, not ideal. But, you know, sometimes misclicks happen. He hasn't got very much guard on his team. Not quite sure why. Well, I do know why, because he's got loads of Mighty Blow. And it seems to have worked for him in the league, but obviously the traditional Dwarf build is loads of guard. I'm going to have to use my Blitz on that Troll Slayer. But that's okay, because Troll Slayers are quite nice targets for Blitzers anyway. Because they've only got armor 8, and they're quite nasty when you start. When they start hitting you, it's bad, so you've got to hit them first. Has Hudson just forgotten to click end turn? You might have done. Because he's normally quite a quick player when trying to get this game sort of played. And it's quite, there we go. No, I do not want to use the wizard. I'm probably going to misclick at some point here. Yeah, I do want to use the wizard. Right, okay, so none of these guys have got tackle. So actually standing up next to them is not the end of the world. They have got block, both of them, and this guy's next to the sideline. So I won't stand him up, but I will stand her up. Will I ever got dodge? So, don't know, I'll think about that one for a bit. Right, let's do some hitting in the middle here. So can I clear out a few? I think I can clear out quite a few of these guys, but then I do need to blitz the their guy. What's he got? Move 7. So he hasn't got sure hands yet. This girl's been trying to get sure hands forever. So I think I probably want to pick up the ball, but I don't necessarily want to do it straight away. So let's start with this one. A load of guard in there, so I've marked my guards. Let's go towards the ball. Seems sensible. Let's get rid of that one. Get you over there. It's a bit of a shame that I've now put tackle on that other Amazon, but that's okay. No, don't think I'll do. I want to stay loose if at all possible. Smack you down. And stay there because I've got a bit of guard on there. So now I can move over to there and get the Troll Slayer away from the ball, hopefully. To there, yep. And so now all I want to do is protect the pickup. That's probably the best place to do that. Let's go get the ball. Yeah, I've got the ball. Right, okay, what's a safe place? To be honest, not very much safe. I'm worried about this Troll Slayer. So I might need to do some dodging away from tackle. And rely on that to keep me safe. Or right, I've got to worry about this guy. So this guy's the main worry. So let's pop him there, and then just hope that the dodge away works. Let's do a block first. Push him back to there, and then let's try and dodge away. Because if I can dodge away properly, I can make a sensible cage. And I did manage to dodge away with the reroll. Knew the reroll because of dodge. And so actually I've got a sensible cage there. It's quite a loose cage, but that works. And I got this one. Now this one would need a reroll, whereas this one would not need a reroll because neither of these guys have tackle. So let's go with that. And I might even leave her in a scoring position. Obviously I don't want to score this early. That would be insane because then he gets loads of turns to wallop me. And I don't want to use my wizard, no. Wouldn't be the end of the world, obviously, because I could use my wizard. And I've got kick sitting in the dugout. And so, really, the dwarves are not going to be scoring quickly. But it's just a case of how much punching he wants to get done on me. Alright, so he's taking people back to protect him. Is he going to hit him in a minute, I wonder? Right, so my Amazon is... I'd have been tempted to keep the Amazon down there, because he's my best player, basically. She's my best player, I should say. Right, so he's surrounding me, but also protecting this one. So I wasn't actually particularly going to use her to score with. Okay, who's blitzing? Oh, right, the big fella. I think he probably does quite a lot of blitzing. And actually, is that the frenzy trap? Depends where he goes. So there we have a frenzy trap, but there is not. So he's powed that one over, stunned. Now that does make it quite tricky to get rid of her. To get rid of him. I'm not going to use the wizard for that. Right, so... It does look like I need to stand her up for the guard. Not letting me do it. It's interesting. Alright, on to... That could be a blitz. I think I'm going to have to trust in the dodge away, which is a wee bit rubbish. Oh, I've disconnected. How annoying. We'll be back in a moment. Do you want to leave the game? Yes, well not really, but I have to in order to get the thing back. Oh, it looks like my internet's fallen over, which is a wee bit rubbish. So, trying to do too much at the same time. Oh dear. Come on, wireless, sort yourself out. It's annoying, it's telling me I'm connected, but it's not letting me connect. I haven't done this for a while. It's saying limited, which is very rubbish from a streaming point of view. There you go. Okay. It's just the wireless been playing up for a little bit. Right. Okay, so I do actually going to send him up now. Right. There we go. Right, so I've got the guard going then. So I need to get rid of this guy, get rid of this guy, and then he does need to run over there. So if I can run over there, it's all rosy, but if it happens to go wrong, then that's pretty poor. Right, let's block there. That's good. And now, do I want to... That'd be 2 assists. I'm just wondering if I want to follow up or not. No, I think I need the extra assist on him. Let's do that. There we go, that's quite nice. Back there. I don't want to follow up that one, because then it'll end up getting punched all over the place. I don't want to stand him up, because there's loads of tackle and stuff next to him. Right, I think I want to blitz there. There's a slight risk attached to it, but at least it worked, so that is good news. And he's knocked him out. Happy days. Good news. Well done. Was that Mighty Blow? Yes, Mighty Blow. Mighty Blow overcame the thick skull. Right, now this guy's going to dodge to there. It might go wrong, but if it does go wrong, it's not the end of the world, because I've got a few players around. Let's stand this guy up first. So I'm going to dodge this one first and then move the players to sort of protect her afterwards. Has that worked? Good news. Use dodge. Hurrah, dodge worked. Now, I've got... Where can I get to usefully? I can actually get to there and get into a reasonable position, I think, with that. Let's go to there. And let's go to there. And that's okay. I'm starting using the sideline there, so he could... I don't think he can get easily into there and do anything good. So, got Troll Slayer there, no tackle. So I'll try the dodge away, which works. Good news. Let's go to that. And then this one makes sense to dodge away on a 4+, rather than sort of definitely getting hit in a minute. So dodging on 4s works without dodge, so then you can dodge away on 3s and knocks herself out. Of course. That's how the dice work sometimes. Now, it would be bad if I had to use the wizard in order to score on my drive. It's not the end of the world if that happens, but it would be quite annoying. I'm not really worried about the KO there because I've got 2 babes, so coming back on 2+. Now, so what we've got here is these 3 players down here, including his sort of super high-powered guy, quite far back behind the game, and also these 2 as well. Oh, and that's... he re-rolled a push. Glowworm says you should never do that. And he paid the price, unfortunately. So that is really good news for me. I don't want to use my wizard. I just want to poodle up the line. Right, okay, so this guy's going to be blocked, really. So I'm going to be blitzing with... yeah, that's always a problem. Real life getting in the way. Let's start with the block there. And then this guy could come around to here. He can block. And there's a pow. Sometimes things are good. Just stunned. Now I do need to protect, but that should be okay because this guy can come around and protect. So let's blitz the runner. Actually, runners are always good targets for hits. Oh, that's no good. Right, now if I re-roll that, that's not even a runner, it's a blocker. Silly sausage. Is that okay? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's okay. I won't re-roll that, having just told him not to re-roll pushes. Block this guy. I do want you to go. I don't want to follow up because I want to protect these guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go for it. And let's go for it again. Cool. So that's pretty safe. He can just run down there. And that is good news. Right, and then, so he's got tackle, so these 2 are actually just going to stay down, not too worried too much about getting hit. And yes, I do want to my turn. I don't want to a wizard. Cool. So let's have a look. So he's got one knocked out, and he's got one reserve. So if the knocked out didn't come back, he would have to put his death roller on for a few turns. So I might well score and give him 3 turns to score back. Depends on how much pressure he puts on me, how much pressure he manages to put on, and how many people, my guys, he sort of has in base contact basically. So that's putting a little bit of pressure on, because he'll probably be able to free some people now. So giving the dwarves 3 turns to score back is not disastrous by any means, because I've got kick, and then he would only have the death roll on for 3 turns. Oh, badly hurt, Dazzler. Now, it's the last game of the season, and that's a blitzer, so I am actually going to use my apothecary there, because I don't really care if people die, but I would like that blitzer back for the rest of the game. Okay, cool. So he's put a bit of pressure on, so I'm going to have to block this guy away with one of these 2, blitz this one away with the other one, and then score, basically. And then hopefully not have to use my wizard in the 3 turns of his drive. So block there, knock him over, hopefully kill him. Oh, hello. Is he going to do the same thing now? So he has not used him, so that means the death roller was definitely going to be on. Fantastic. So then blitz this guy away, pow him actually. Right, okay, so he's down. So if he stays there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5. No, I'll just score. Just score. Well, I say just score, do some hitting first. Who's good? So if he stands up, and he stands up, and he's got 2 dice, I think, on this chap, followed by another 2 dice. Yeah, that's cool. So, Mighty Blow going to do anything? No. And then just score. Let's score down here. Oh, I can't score down there. No. Okay. Score there. Boom. That gives him 3 turns. The KO did come back for him, and it came back for me as well. We used one of the babes. So let's load. So in Fumbbl, you're allowed to save things, save setups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, right, so I've actually got no one out, which is good news. Let's stick him on there. Where's my kicker? This is the important question. K for kicker. Pop him in the middle. That looks pretty good. So 2 squares back to avoid the quick snap. Oh, there's the death roller. Hello, death roller. I should probably have put these guys spread out. Against goblins, obviously the key thing is to spread your players out to avoid the fanatic, but I should have thought about it, about the death roller as well, just to allow it 1 hit. But it only gets 1 hit. No, does it? No, it hasn't got multiple block. No, it hasn't got multiple block. It doesn't come with multiple block. So he's going to have to do all sorts of funny shenanigans if he's going to try and score in 3 turns. Right, okay, so high risk, low risk, high risk, low risk. Let's go high risk and not roll a 6. Uh-oh, I rolled a 6. If this is a touchback, I'm going to be most unhappy. So we've both got a reroll. It's not a touchback. Phew, phew, phew came off. Alright, what's going on now then? We're just checking up on various social medias. Anyone watching on Twitch? No. That's fine. Oh, -1 agility for Lily. Oh, Lily's a close family friend. Ouch. Oh, well, she's off. Didn't have any star player points. I've got enough money to spend. And also got enough players to come back. Now, what's he got? He's got 3 turns to move the ball 25 squares. So I'm feeling fairly cheerful about that. Ah, there's the death roller. 3 dice every time, but just to push back. So I'm just going to ignore the death roll as much as possible. That's just a move action. I could just lightning bolt. I'm quite tempted. I'm quite tempted to. So what do I have? 2 turns. I could lightning bolt him, and then run for it. That would only work if he died. I would do that. No, that's crazy. No, do that in the second half. Right, but I can surf this guy, which is rather marvellous. To do that, I have to leave someone close to him. But I think that's okay, because I've got spare players. So let's pop him there. I'd also need to slightly worry about him surfing me back. But there we go, getting rid of a dwarf is a good thing. There's a bush. And there's another bush. Good news. And go for it to avoid the surf. There we go. Right, what have we got here? He needs to dodge away. Even though there's a bit of tackle on there, I've got loads of rerolls and stuff. He's quite far away. Right, what can we do here? I think it's just going to be loads of dodging away, to be honest. Don't think I can get any useful hits in, really. So let's see how many dodges I can make before I fall over. Who's most valuable? She's quite valuable. The guard is more valuable, obviously. Right, there we go. 1 dodge made. Actually, what's he got? I think I've got guard. If I pop him there, and I pop the guarder into there, and he's not a tackler, then I can get a hit on this guy, which is better than dodging away because I can possibly hurt him. Let's go for that then. Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's pop him back into there, and now I can get on him. He's away now. He might be punched back into the death roller, but that's okay. I want to keep my kicker alive, actually. So let's move the kicker down the pitch. And I've got this guy who I want to keep alive as well, really. I should have moved him away. Let's move him in the way. Okay, let's see if he can do some throwing shenanigans now. This might be fun. Here comes the death roller. That'll be my daughter crying. I better go and sort that. Okay, we're back. And so it's my turn now, is it? Right. So what's going on? What's going on? Right, so he's... Okay, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to put some pressure on there. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blitz. So I better dodge, better mark this guy as a starting point. And then I think I better go and blitz this guy. Can I get rid of... Yeah, I better blitz him, hadn't I? Anything else to do first? Don't think so. Garden tackle, that's no good, is it? Let's do that. Do I want to get the assist in? No, I don't need it. Oh, yeah, let's get the assist in. Oh, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, this could be exciting. No, he's got any rerolls. Right, it's crazy unlikely. Still crazy unlikely. So let's see if this happens. It'll be quite exciting. Well, yeah, so we're going to stop at this half. We'll just have a little half of Blood Bowl there, and then people can catch up for the other half if they want to another time. Okay. Oh, what happened there? Oh, Tripper on the go for it. Cool.